Good morning, beloveds. Foster's in here just kind of grooving. And he's getting scritched. And so he's kind of trying to figure out the best way to get the best scritch. Cat, it was foggy and damp this morning. We had about an hour rainstorm yesterday, which is not enough, but hey, we'll take what we can get. And this morning, the fog and it was just damp. So I was like, but it was a little cooler, so that was nice. All right, it is September 26th. Our title is I Arise. Our author is Evelyn Whitall, and it is from the Silence, which is from 1925. I believe if I serve and wait with loving patience, I shall hear the voice that the disciples heard, commanding me to throw my net in on the other side. I believe that I shall draw to me my heart's desire. The mists of doubt shall break around me, and no more upon the ocean of unrest shall I pull my boat of plenty to the shining shore. With this vision in front of me, I arise full of energy. I take up the work I disliked, the work which I thought was not mine, but I keep my eyes on the ideal, as the laborers kept their eyes on the door through which they desired to enter. Each hour of selfless service is drawing me nearer the beautiful goal which love's hand have prepared. I resolve to fret no more for what is not here. I will employ each golden moment with beautiful thoughts which will build themselves into my mind and make me strong to endure until the door of my heart's desire swings open and the call of love bids me enter. Okay. I don't know what to think, but I do have an idea. There's been conversations around patience lately. I have been having conversations with people about patience. Patience is not something most people like. But I've learned a new definition for patience, and I think that's what she's kind of leaning into. Evelyn is. What she's leaning into is the idea of patience is not sitting around twiddling our thumbs waiting for things to happen. Okay? Patience is an attitude, but it is also an activity. People get this idea that patience is long suffering and what have you, and I'm like, no. It's like when you and the other day I used this example. When you bake a cake, once you have done all the preparation work and you put the cake in the pan and you put the pan in the oven, what do you do? Do you sit there with your nose pressed up against the oven glass window until the cake is done baking? No, you don't. One, it would be uncomfortable. It would be hot, and most of the time ovens are, pretty close to the ground. And two, you have other things to do. You might go read a book, or you might go clean your, do some laundry, or you might go play with your children or play with your cats, or, go for a walk. Although if you're baking a cake, you probably don't want to leave the house. You know what I mean? That's what patience is. It is what you do while you are waiting for other things to happen. It is the attitude with which you do things while you are waiting for things to happen. So that's why I use the example of baking a cake. Like, you really want that cake, whatever you're baking that cake for, because everybody likes cake. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't like cake. But what do you do while the cake is in the oven? That's what patience is. While the cake is in the oven and you are waiting for that cake, you go and do other things. You go and either entertain yourself or accomplish other tasks. And so that's what she's talking about. It's like, look, I really have this idea of what I want my life to look like. And I have done all of the work that I need to do to set it into motion. Now I'm just waiting for everything to fall into place. Well, what do I do while I'm doing that? In her case, what she said was, well, I picked up the work I thought I didn't like. Which goes back to what Jesse says, if you want a new job, then throw yourself into the job you've got. Do the absolute best job you can at the job you already have while you are looking for something else. That's what patience is. If we're going to talk about patience, which we need to, because you meet a whole lot of people that just have absolutely no patience at all. And it's like, okay, well, what are you doing while you're waiting for this to happen? And it doesn't mean that you don't continue to visualize, and it doesn't mean you don't continue to work on whatever it is that like if I'm baking a cake, then while the cake is in the oven, I can make frosting. So I'm still working towards the end goal. I'm just not pressed up against the glass willing the cake to bake. It's not mine to do. That's the oven's job. I can't heat the oven enough, I can't keep it at temperature. But I turn it on and the oven does it itself. That's what we're talking about with patience. It's not sitting around twiddling your thumbs. It's employing yourself in something else that helps you to not fret about whatever it is that you're waiting for. I carry a book in my purse. If I have to wait for something, I can pull that book out and spend my time waiting, doing something that is enjoyable to me or productive to me or, whatever. I play a silly little game on my phone, which I do while I am waiting for things to happen. And it keeps me from worrying myself. So I don't know what Evelyn's ultimate goal was, although she does say, with this vision in front of me, I arise full of energy. I take up the work I disliked, the work that I thought was not mine, but I keep my eyes on the ideal. So basically she's saying, look, while you're waiting for whatever it is to happen, you can still keep looking at that goal, but employ yourself. Do something productive. And entertaining yourself counts as productive. Like I said, I like to read. So every hour of selfless service is drawing me nearer to the beautiful goal which love's hands have prepared. I've seen that meme, and it was talking about 3 years. It's going to take me 3 years to learn how to do this. Well, the 3 years is going to pass. Okay, so why not? You're still going to be 3 years older. Why not start working on that thing? And so that's kind of what she's saying here. Every hour of selfless service is drawing me nearer to the beautiful ideal. So while I am time is going to pass. While you are waiting for things, why not do something productive with your time? And when I say productive, you can go take a nap. Now, if you're baking a cake, I don't recommend taking a nap, but you know what I mean. All right. I resolve to fret no more for what is not here. Patience. I will employ each golden moment with beautiful thoughts which will build themselves into my mind and make me strong to endure until the door of my heart's desire swings open and the call of love bids me to enter. She's talking about patience. She doesn't call it patience, but that's what she's talking about. I've learned a lot about patience. I actually did have a joking conversation with a friend of mine. And he said, patience is a virtue and I'm not virtuous. And I said, patience is a Christian version, but it's a pagan attitude. And he kind of went, oh, yeah. Patience isn't a virtue. Patience is an attitude. It is also an activity. What are you doing while you're waiting for something to happen? If you're standing around willing something to happen, it's not going to happen because it's not your will. Okay? Not my will, but thine. So just like the oven, if you're waiting for something to happen, you can't will it to happen. Go do something else. Keep your vision in mind, but go do something else. Something else that is productive to you. And that does mean you can entertain yourself. You can, or do some other chores that need to be done. Okay? All right. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to resolve to fret no more. Right? Resolve to fret no more. Go and find a selfless hour of service. Fret no more and find a selfless hour. So while you are waiting for whatever it is to happen, stop trying to will it. Stop staring at it. Stop uprooting the plant that you have planted. Go and do something else. And she says a selfless hour of service, and I'm going to lean into that selfless hour of service because one of the best things that you can do, especially when you're waiting for something good to happen for you, is to go and do some volunteer work. It will keep your mind off of whatever it is that you are waiting on, and you'll feel better. You'll feel better. Science is behind that. If you want to change your attitude, there are two best ways to do it. One, count your blessings. And two, go be of service. Go do something nice for somebody else. You will feel better. So that's the mission. Resolve to fret no more and go and do that selfless hour of service. Okay. All right. And you can take selfless hour of service to mean whatever it is that you need it to mean in the moment. All right. It may mean volunteer work, but it also may mean to go sweep your kitchen or to do laundry or to read a book. Okay. When I talk about doing something loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself, which is the next thing, it's the same thing. Sometimes maybe what you need to do is sit down and read a good book for 30 minutes. And sometimes what you need to read is something like, this book, Courage, Conviction, and Conscience. Or maybe what you need to do is read a lighthearted fiction book. The most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself in the moment may be to read a book. That's why I keep a book in my purse. I'm currently working my way through the Wizard of Oz series. So what is the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing you can do for yourself? Well, in my case, that book, which helps me to practice patience. Okay? It helps me to practice that attitude of patience. So, if I have to sit and wait for something and I'm not being patient about it, then I can bring my book out and I can spend that selfless hour of service. Because then I'm not agitating myself. I'm not agitating the people around me. I am doing the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing I can do for myself and others, which is to keep myself busy doing something. So I'm not irritating everybody else around me. All right. That's the beauty of both love, kindness, and compassion, practicing on yourself, and patience. All right. Okay. It also looks like taking a deep breath before you speak. It looks like taking a walk. It looks like taking a nap. It looks like taking a break. It looks like taking a vacation. It looks like calling in to your job and saying, hey, I don't feel good and I don't want to bring this to work. Okay? That's what it looks like. It also can look like eating dessert first. It looks like using all of those good things, those things that we say for special occasions, and making the ordinary extraordinary more often. Okay? We tend to wait and for that special occasion to burn that really nice candle, and then by the time we find that special occasion, it's dusty and it doesn't smell the same. Don't save the good stuff. Your life is a special occasion. Treat it as such. Let the ordinary be extraordinary more often. And it's up to you. Love, kindness, compassion. I encourage you to practice on yourself because I want you to create a habit. I want you to create a first response so that no matter what happens in your life, you can respond lovingly, kindly, and compassionately. I want you to remember that your life is a special occasion and to treat it as such. I want you to remember that you're a beloved child of God and you deserve your own love, you deserve your own kindness, you deserve your own compassion. I also want you to remember that joy is a quality of God, therefore joy is a quality of you. No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you deserve joy. Okay? You deserve joy. Please make room for joy. That is part of this love, kindness, and compassion, making room for joy. All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox because I've been on my soapbox about patience a lot lately. Not sure what's going on in my life that I'm talking about patience a lot, but I've learned enough about patience that I'm comfortable with the topic. So, I'm also going to remind you, the rest of the suggestions are easy. Do something to engage your mind and your body. Drink plenty of water. It may be slightly cooler today, but it's still going to get into the 90s. Hydrate. Your brain works better when it is well hydrated. Your body works better when it's well hydrated. Your skin looks better when it's well hydrated. So hydrate. And then I encourage you to get that early in your day bright light. Now, again, yesterday it was raining, and today it was foggy. So between 7 and 9, there has been no sun. Artificial light will help too. I'm encouraging you to get 5 to 10 minutes of bright light early in your day. It helps to reset that circadian rhythm, which is a natural hormone cycle. Those of us, apparently there's long circadian rhythms and short circadian rhythms, and those of us with long circadian rhythms, well, we don't sleep all the way through our peak sleepiness, so we can be a little grumpy. So that bright light helps, and artificial light will help support it. All right, so get that 5 to 10 minutes between 7 and 9, or if you get up before the sun, artificial light. 5 to 10 minutes, that's it. It supports your vitamin D levels. It supports your hormone cycles. You will have more energy during the day. You will sleep better at night. Okay. I'm at the part where social media. We are no, hang on. I forgot my Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you that you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. Just like patience is an attitude, so is heaven. Heaven is a state of consciousness. It is a mindset. When you learn that, it ceases to be a place you have to get to and can become any place you are. The kingdom of God is within you. The kingdom of heaven is within you. It's a mindset. It is when your heart and mind are aligned and you are practicing love, kindness, and compassion everywhere. You are connected to the infinite source of love, kindness, and compassion. So you need a little extra. You meet people that need a little extra, okay? Mindset. It's also a state of grace because we come pre-installed with it. That Christ consciousness, we come pre-installed. The password to activate it is love, and that is where we find the kingdom. You've already got it. You just got to activate it. All right. Oh. I'm trying not to cough. It upsets the cat very much when I cough. So take Emma's advice. Look for the good and praise it. As I said, you want to change your mindset. You want to change your mood. You want to do something to practice patience. Don't pray for patience. God will give you plenty of opportunities to practice it. So don't pray for patience. But if you want to work on that mindset, look for the good and praise it. Go do something nice for somebody else. Random acts of kindness. Emma is right. Okay, look for the good and praise it. When you look for the good, it naturally multiplies. You see what was always there that you might not have noticed. So, all right. Social media, Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I commend them to you. There's hours and hours and hours, like thousands of hours of content on both YouTube channels, on both Facebook pages. You know, it's all there. So please feel free to check into that. I also, if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. That way you'll know what's going on with the center when I have no idea, because it happens occasionally. And it will also get, the hot links are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want or the person that can help you get it. So, all right. So now I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an amazing day, an awesome day. A arise with energy day. A resolve not to fret day. A learn the true meaning of patience day. A recognizing the attitude day. A do a random act of kindness day. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light. You are a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action, or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling, in whom God is well pleased and, most importantly, well represented. Okay? That's why I say I encourage you to get to know who you are, to peel back the layers of who you have been told you are by society, by culture, by, gender normatives, by all of that nonsense, by people who love you or people who don't know you, who have told you who you are. Get to know who you are. Peel all of that stuff off and get to know the person that God knows you to be. That person's really good and really cool. And I encourage you to get to know that person. Your life will be better for it. All right, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. I just lost the thread of what I was about to say. Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.